continue with our unit on coordination. Yesterday we were going to study about the master organ, that is our brain. Before we start the brain, that is a part of which nervous system? It is a part of our nervous system, that is central nervous system. We are going to study in detail about the different nervous system. Yesterday we saw that there are three types of nerves: sensory nerves, motor nerves and association nerves. Sensory also was called as afferent nerves, then efferent nerves and association nerve. We saw the direction from where to where the messages, right? We told there is a pathway from stimulus to response. Stimulus, we will take an example, right? A sharp object near your feet. So you are going to keep your leg on that sharp object. Immediately you will withdraw your feet. That is, you are giving response. Holding of the scale. Yesterday I showed you, this is under my control, isn't it? To take the scale, to throw this scale, it's all under my control. That is, instructions have to be given by this, our hero. Who is that hero? Brain. So this brain. So if brain is involved, it is which type of response? It is called as voluntary response. Now see the difference. Voluntary. One more type of response is called as involuntary response. Now what is this voluntary? Now see, I am blinking my eyes, closing my eyes, opening, closing, opening. So this is which type of response? I am doing it with the conscious mind, that is, I am involving my brain. So it becomes which type of response? Voluntary response. While unknowingly I am blinking my eyes many a times. Blinking of eyes. That is not under your control. It is happening unknowingly. So that type of response is called as involuntary. So that response which is not under your control, what is that response? Involuntary. The responses which is under your control, what is that called as? Voluntary response. I hope you can give an example for both. Since the IPL matches are going on, I will just take an example from there. We will go to, not to IPL match, we will go to football match. Your favorite star may be Messi. Just imagine. You are on the ground playing football with who? Messi. So as soon as the football is coming, sometimes you are going to kick the ball spontaneously, not involving your brain. Immediately ball comes, you hit somewhere. While if there is a free kick, you are standing in front of the goal and you are planning where to hit so that you will get a goal. So what type of response is it, or what type of action is it? Voluntary. While immediately if ball is coming and you are hitting, it becomes which type? Involuntary. That means in the game of football, your legs are operating in both voluntary and involuntary. So this both, did you understand what are these voluntary reflexes and involuntary reflexes? So this voluntary is involving which organ? Brain. While this involuntary does not involve brain. Then which is that part which is involved? That is nothing but this spinal cord. So that type of involuntary response we are going to call it as reflexes. Like you get a bright light coming to your eyes. What do? You close your eyes. There is no need for anyone to tell you, close your eyes when you get the bright light into your eyes. That means which type of response is it? It is involuntary. So involuntary response is immediate. You don't take any time to think. Immediate, then it is automatic. Automatic. You close your eyes, you blink your eyes. Automatically it takes place. So that is, did you understand? Immediate, automatic, and it is immediate means just within seconds. And remember, our nerves can travel very speedily. That is 100 meters per second. From stimulus to response. So this is what we are talking about, the different types of responses. So nerve transmission speed. What is the nerve transmission speed? It is 100 meters per second. So such speedy response can take place. Now we will go to the nervous system when you are going to see when reflexes. We are going to study one example of reflexes there. It is given in activity 3, page number 98. This is about the knee jerk reflex. Which reflex? Knee jerk reflex. I think most of the time when we go to hospitals, doctors sometimes have some small hammer like something to check whether our nerves are giving response or not. So here that small hammer like something, they are going to hit where? Onto your knees to see the movement of your knee, that nerves. So here that is an example. So this knee jerk is an example for which reflexes? Our reflex arc, or it is also called as reflexes. So is it taking place under the conscious mind? You are not thinking, you are not going to plan for a jerk, but it takes place unknowingly in your not conscious mind. So that example is about knee jerk. So this knee jerk reflex, is it voluntary or involuntary? It is involuntary. Because though you try to control your muscles, which muscles? Thigh muscles. When you get a small hit near your knee, lower area of the knee, your muscles are going to move. Though you try maximum with your conscious mind to stop, you cannot stop. So that is immediate, automatic. It is very soon reflexing, or you get the response very soon. So the example knee jerk is clear. Next we are going to see about the reflex arc. Now we talked about the reflex action. We have to see the reflex arc. Reflex arc means now which organ is involved in our reflexes? I already told it is which cord? Spinal cord. So our messages are not going to go till the brain. It will only reach up to the spinal cord. So spinal cord is involved in which reflexes? Your reflex actions. Just now I told one example, knee jerk, blinking of your eyes. So these are all small examples of reflexes. Sharp object. When you see a sharp object on the road, as soon as you keep your feet on that, what will you do? Immediately you will withdraw your feet. Hot object. You will immediately withdraw your fingers. So these are all the reflexes. Immediate action. There is no brain telling you that it is hot, remove your fingers. Nobody. So it is just not reaching your which mind? Conscious mind. So here spinal cord is very important for which actions? Reflex actions. And they have given figure 9, page number 89, the direction for reflex arc. Reflex arc means now first which nerve will carry the message? Sensory. It will reach to the spinal cord. Then there will be the association neuron or association nerve. And when message will come out, it is in the form of which nerve? Motor nerves. So that direction is explained in this figure 9. Just go through it. Like when you are climbing, you have stairs, isn't it? You climb the staircase. You know the distance between each steps. You climb it. There is no need of involving your brain. You know next step you will reach. But sometimes we become very conscious. After this step, we are just becoming more conscious. So what will happen? We may stumble. Understood? Stumbling. We may try to fall. Did you understand what is this reflexes? Next, we are going to start with the nervous system. So when we start with nervous system, the main organ involved is brain. Don't write B-R-I-A-N. Brain. B-R-A-I-N. Brain. Then next is spinal cord. One more involved is nerves. So now you can say nervous system consists of, like you said, excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. Same way with nervous system, you can say nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. All followed? Nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Now, this nervous system can be of two types. First one, CNS, Central Nervous System. PNS, Peripheral Nervous System. Remember, this nervous system brings about the control and coordination in our body. The whole control, like to lift your hands, put your hands down, to close your eyes, open your eyes, to listen to the class or to get distracted from the class. All these signals or messages are coming from which part or which organ? It is coming from our brain. Many a times you have seen a person who meets with an accident. We always tell you to, when you go on a two-wheeler, everyone advises you to wear what? Helmet. But some of you are not very much aware of that importance of helmet. They are much more aware. They want to show the beauty. So more than that, what is important is our head. Because the brain, which is the very important, very crucial organ, is situated in our head. When I say head, in our skull. It is protected by the skull bone. But if you meet with an accident, what would happen if there is any head injury? Which organ will be damaged? Brain. And when brain is damaged, you may sometimes lose your speech. Sometimes you may lose your muscular abilities. You cannot move. So all these actions are related and it is commanded or given instructions by whom? By brain. So you are advised to wear what? Helmets. Because if any other injury, you have a fracture of your hands or legs, it will get cured or it will get healed. But any injury to the brain is not cured or not healed because the brain cells, that is neurons, do not have the ability to divide, isn't it? You get an injury on your hand. Within weeks or days that will heal because the cells divide. But our neurons do not have the ability to divide. That means any injury to brain, permanent loss. Suppose if your speech ability is damaged, brain is a seat of all the instructions for your movement, muscular movement, your thinking, intelligence. Did you understand? So there is one interesting fact about our brain. You have two parts, left and right. But the movement of your right hand is controlled by which part of the brain, you know? Left side. Among you, there may be so many who are left-handed. How many are left-handed? So left-handed people are lifting their hands. But maximum I feel all are right-handed, isn't it? Mahati, you're right-handed. Prithvi, you're right-handed. So now right-handed people, which side of the part of the brain is more active? Left side. And those who are left-handed, which side is active? Right side. They say those who are left-handed, they are creative. They have a flair for drawing. They have a flair for dancing. So many other abilities. But not necessary because there are some people who are right-handed, but they can also dance. They can also draw. So it is not like that, but still they say. See, there are so many interesting facts about our brain which is yet to be studied. So there is much scope for you all scientists sitting there. There may be so many scientists who are sitting there. You have scope to study more about the brain. So this brain is very important organ. So now central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Now you may think, where are our nerves? Nerves belong to which nervous system? Peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves. All the nerves will go under the peripheral nervous system. Like we have our brain, then we have our spinal cord. Just see, if this is our brain, we have a tube-like structure which comes down. That is our spinal cord. And there are some nerves which are arising from both brain and from spinal cord. So look here, there are two types of nerves. The nerves arising from brain, we call it as cranial nerves. Which nerves? Cranial nerves. Now if I ask you what are cranial nerves? The nerves arising from the brain. Then what are spinal nerves? Answer lies in the question itself. Nerves arising from which cord? Spinal cord. So this we will study later on. Cranial nerves and spinal nerves we will study later. We have to first study about our hero. I told you who is that hero? Brain. So we are going to study in detail the structure of brain. So now when I say brain, this brain is by creation only. God itself has given this brain a very hard bony structure which protects the brain. So which is that bony case which protects the brain? It is called as cranium. Look here everyone. Cranium. What is cranium? The objective can be asked. What is cranium? The bony case which protects the brain is called as cranium. So not only cranium, there is one fluid also. That fluid name is CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. So now what are the things present in the brain which protects the brain? So this is the model of our brain. I already told you first thing. There are so many levels which protect this brain. See, this is human brain. Human brain, when you compare it to other animals, maximum weight is of human brain. Sometimes some teachers tell you, no, do you have cow dung in your head? It's not cow dung, it is our brain. This brain has so much importance for the development, that is mental abilities, for the voluntary movements, locomotion. You need it for all those instructions are present in this brain. And this brain, I told, by creation only it is being protected. Firstly by the skull, you know, skull bones. Then there is a bony case which protects this brain. That bony case, what is it called as? It is called as cranium. What is it? Cranium. The bony box or the bony case which protects our brain is cranium. Then there is one fluid which is present. That fluid is CSF. What is CSF? Cerebrospinal fluid. So, what is the function of the cerebrospinal fluid? It protects the brain from the mechanical shocks. Sometimes you hit your head on the wall. Sometimes you fall down with your head. So that injuries will not reach to your brain only because we have skull. Again we have the cranium and we also have the cerebrospinal fluid. But if the intensity of your falling down is very strong, sometimes it may lead damage to your brain, clotting of blood in your brain. So we say the head is very important organ. That is, head is very important because it is the seat of our brain. So structure of brain in detail we will do in the coming class. So read for yourself the functions of all the types of nervous system.